Miss Katy Perry, who apparently was warned. Um, well, not, I shouldn't say warned. I'll be nice and say advised against working with Dr. Luke, who collaborated on her comeback single "Woman's World" with Max Martin. So, the minute that, there was rumors and stuff that was going around, they said that Dr. Luke is attached to the song. Kesha was, of course, notified about it. Like, have you heard this, T, or whatever? And she responded with a LOL and kept it moving. But now there's coming word that, her team advised her and she ignored those pleas. So Katy ignored pleas from her team not to reconnect with Dr. Luke on her musical comeback, sparking furious tensions ahead of the release of her new album, which features the empowering upcoming single Woman's World. Well, I'll take Cher's Woman's World over her Woman's World any day. But moving along, shout out to Daily Mail for this story. Now, the music producer, who's 50, was embroiled in a highly publicized legal battle against Kesha, 37, in which he was accused of sexual, physical, and emotional abuse, with Kesha alleging that Perry, 39, was also a victim, something she denied. Now, 1 year after the pair settled, Dr. Luke, whose real name is Lucas Gottwald, has been listed as co-producer on Katy Perry's upcoming single, prompting fury from fans who question how she can reconnect with the songwriter to promote female empowerment. Because she's stupid. And she's a fraud and isn't really about female empowerment. To me, Katy Perry is about as deep as a pond. Her music has always been mid. I mean, she has a couple of hits, but it goes to show that after she stopped working with Dr. Luke on her last two albums, that he's the Svengali behind a lot of her biggest hits. And she just goes along to get along because she's more or less about a hit. And if you've been watching a lot of like the fashion statements she's been making, where her damn titties is falling out, of her clothes, and she's walking around half naked, and allegedly she's on Ozempic and all this other stuff, that she's desperate. Like she's desperate to be up there with, the Taylor Swifts and the Charlie XCXs and the Beyonce. She wants to be a part of that conversation, but Katie's never been that girl. She runs around with people dressed up in shark onesies and shit. Like that's her aesthetic, and shooting whipped cream out her boobs. Like that's about as deep as she goes in regards to her personality. Like I said, she's about as deep as a pond. But if y'all like it, I love it. But let's continue. So they said that so many fans are already turning on Katy before she's even released new music because Dr. Luke worked on this album with her. This is what an insider told DailyMail.com exclusively. She is trying to promote it on female empowerment, but working with Dr. Luke screams the opposite. She was advised against working with him and was also advised to tone down the sex appeal, but she is ramping it up. She is listening to no one about how to promote the album, market it, etc. The source claimed Perry's motivation for releasing a new album was for a paycheck after bowing out of American Idol in May and selling her back catalog to Litmus Music for $255 million in 2023. But here's the thing. Why does she need a check? Like, girl, are you that desperate and hard up for money that I get the whole selling your catalog, but she sold it for $255 million. That's a lot of coin. Plus, she was making $25 million per season of American Idol. Like, is that not enough money you have in your account that you need so much? And you know what? You might as well just amp it up and continue to sabotage your career because quiet as it's kept. Or maybe it's not even really that quiet. Or maybe it is. Because it seemed like us pundits are the ones that's talking about it. This album's gonna flop. From what I heard from that single, the single is not giving. It was, little clips and stuff that we heard or whatever the case was. I wasn't impressed by the chorus. I wasn't impressed by, a couple of the lyrics that you dropped. He don't have his head. Like that's literally what it sounds like. It sounds robotic. It sounds soulless. It sounds uninspired. I mean, like I said many a times, and I'm gonna keep reiterating it. If Ava Max of all people is like, this song ain't good enough for my album, Katy Perry gonna pick it up and put it on her record? And I told her, and there's no shade to Ava Max. I live for your songs. Dominant dance floors. I work out to that at the gym. But girl always gave me poor man's Lady Gaga and a lot of her stuff that she does. And she's another one that anybody could pretty much sing a Ava Max song. Because how can you differentiate her from all these other girls out here, like from a Camila Cabello, from a BB Rexa, and all those girls? Those mid pop stars. mid-level, I should say. So, we already had heard the thing about, about her being Kesha and Dr. Luke were in a legal battle for over a decade. And then 2016, she accused him of R-ing Katy Perry, which she denied. Now, I do wonder, it's like, you know what? If that actually happened with him and she just denied it because she wants, her career and her being a Hollywood pop star is more important. And this is the energy that she gives me with a lot of her stuff. That number one hit, that career, that all that other stuff is more important to her than actually being authentic. And that's the thing that I think I'm gonna drive in this show a lot today, especially when I come to talk about Camilla later on. This generation, I don't know if it's, can I say just Gen Z, or should I just, you know what? I'll just generalize everybody. I feel like we're in this point now, especially when it comes to the younger generation, like Gen Z, I'll say Gen Z, Gen Alpha. I feel like the reason why a lot of these artists, when you look at like a Chapel Roan, when you look at even Taylor Swift, when you look at Charlie XCX and some of these other girls that are, and Sabrina Carpenter, all these girls that is being successful. What the hell's her name? The one that just I just drew a blank. Um, the girl that's what is it? She came out with the damn Guts album. How the fuck I forget her damn name? I talk about it so damn much on the show. I drew a brain fart. Anyway, y'all will let me know in the comments. Um, when you listen to a lot of these girls, I think what people want from them is authenticity. And she lacks that. And I feel like that's why her music is going to suffer because of it. Because it's like, we don't get that from, thank you, Olivia Rodrigo. I don't know how I forgot that girl name. And I've become a fan of hers because I told her I worked 3 of her 4 shows at the Garden. So when you look at these girls like Olivia Rodrigo, when you look at the girls of like I think was it Melanie Martinez? I was about to say Melissa Martinez. Child, what the hell is my brain today? Melanie Martinez and all these other girls. It's the authenticity. That's why a lot of these kids like that music. It's because they want authenticity from their artists and not this fake pop star shit. And to me, that's what Katy Perry is giving with this, and that's why people are not buying what she's selling in regards of this whole era, because you're not being true to yourself. So, Katy girl, if I was you, I would rethink a lot of what it is that you're doing in regards to this. But you know what? Um, there was a couple of people, and I forgot this to bring this up, that there was a couple of people that dragged Katy Perry in the comments. So I want to read some of those comments that we can move on to the Kesha stuff. So one person put, Katy is bad for you, girl. And from the snippet that I heard, the music isn't even good to be worth all this. And this is what someone wrote on Reddit. And I agree with that, because literally, this is the first time I'm reading these comments. And I'm like, I've been saying this before the beginning. I'm like, the snippets that we heard of the song, it's not even living up to the hype. So I don't care how you try to, come up with these little short tops, these crop tops with the underboob or whatever the case is. If the song isn't giving, the people are not going to support it. I don't care how bad you go or how hard you go with this other stuff. But do you have these team of people in place for a reason for you to, you know, help you guide your career? If you're not going to listen to them, child, your album going to flop harder than you can say, "This is me now." But another one said, why on earth did she think working with Dr. Luke would be a good look for her comeback? Aside from it being a disgusting choice on a personal level, on a PR level, it's just monumentally stupid. A third said, girly pop doesn't actually care about empowering women. She just wants to be in the spotlight again. That part. Petty. Well, we might as well call her Petty. Petty Perry marked the announcement of the first single from an upcoming album known informally as KP6, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So, this is now, so she want to jump on the whole Me Too count, bandwagon, and she's sabotaging her comeback before she even get it off the ground with all this other stuff, because her last 2 albums were commercial failures, and that's her. So, sis, um, it's stupid on your part. I'll say that. But anyway, let's move on, and let's talk about Miss Kesha, who is going through it. in regards to, well, not going through it. Actually, what she's doing is she's about to release a new single in, days before Katy Perry drops hers. And this is how you do a battle of the singles type situation, because it's shady as fuck and I live for it. So, and that's the actual cover of the song. So Kesha is set to release, and they said in 4 days. So I believe, well, this story came out yesterday. So I'm assuming Wednesday is when the new song actually comes out. I'm actually looking forward to hearing the thing in full, but I did hear a snippet and I think it's in this. I don't want to scroll over in the picture because I don't know how much I could play, and I don't want to get demonetized and all other stuff. But I'm sure if you do a little Google schmoogle on the Twitter, you could actually hear the song, a little bit of song. It's that I was like, okay, it's going back to old. It's giving her that sound that she did back in the day with Dr. Luke, without her actually working with Dr. Luke. And there's many people out here who can actually emulate Dr. Luke's sound and make it better. Because, or should we even say Dr. Luke sound? Oh, that's always been Kesha sound. Like she's kind of been always having like that whole electro pop party girl type vibe. And that's actually what this song gives. But anyway, so the TikTok songstress, who's 37, recently flew on her summer style by arriving to LAX airport, took to her main Instagram page on Saturday to share the news with her 3.3 million followers. In the first post, the star uploaded an image as she posed next to a white Porsche convertible at a gas station. Directly nearby was a price sign which read 704 to reveal the day. Okay, so it comes out on July 4th, actually. So instead of July 3rd. Come on, Independence. And above was the name of the single, Joyride. Now, Kesha showcased her tone frame wearing a vibrant red crop top as well as fitted leggings and opera-length latex red gloves. Now, some of the pictures that I have seen, I will say this, that Kesha, this feels like it's authentically her versus Katy Perry trying to do this whole, you know, Arca-esque type of situation with her overall look that nobody's buying into. Because Kesha out here showing cheeks that I'm here for. Hold on, because I want to show y'all that picture. Look at all that booty. Shout out to her. I didn't know she was packing all that ass from behind. But anyway, so it says the star completed the ensemble by wearing a pair of fashionable shades as she pumped gas into the luxurious vehicle. In the caption alongside the photo, the Die Young hitmaker penned to her fans, "Get in, losers," seemingly referencing a quote from her 2004 film Mean Girls, or because she wasn't in Mean Girls. Kesha also uploaded a separate post which contained a montage clip as she posed next to the Porsche. She opted for a second outfit which comprised of a red micro mini skirt as well as white crop top and over-the-knee black boots. The performer was seen in a vintage red convertible while also at a gas station, in a possible reference to the theme of Joyride. At the end of the short reel, the star, whose real name is Kesha Rose Siebert, held up a cardboard sign that simply had the title of the track written on front. While also wearing a red cowgirl hat, the beauty glanced over her shoulder to look at the camera, concluding the video. So to me, when I'm hearing all this, I'm like, you know what? When she wrote that LOL, she's like, oh, I got a surprise for this bitch. That's what Kesha was giving to. Okay, bitch, like you trying to play in my face? Wait until a couple of days. I got something for that ass, and by for that ass, it's a new single. So, Katy, you chose a side. You should be shaking in your boots, and now you out here looking like boo the fool. Wait, what is going on? Child. Oh, there's some tea going on. There's some tea going on about Ray J. To my he was suicidal following a near brawl at the BET. You know what? I'm gonna say that for tomorrow. I got way too many topics to talk about right now to even add more to the docket. So we'll talk about the Ray J story on tomorrow's show, because I'm sure there's gonna be a whole lot of BET ninja nonsense that I'm gonna have to talk about on tomorrow's show. So we need more tea for tomorrow. So I don't want to blow my wad on one episode. Me and my sexual metaphors. So, social media users flock to the comment section because I live for a comment on social media, and we always talk about it on here. So they said they shared their excitement over the new single, with one penning, "Yes, finally the queen has returned. The world is healing. I know already this song is my song of the summer," one wrote, with the hit Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Kyle Richards sharing, "Let's go." Showing the world your new independence by releasing on Independence Day. How iconic. That was smart too. Is the fact that she is an independent woman and she releasing her stuff on Independence Day. And Kesha's single is slated to release only days before Katy's own track Woman's World is set to drop on July 11th. And can we be shady? Shady Bunch, as I'm gonna call y'all. Can we be shady and make sure that Kesha's song goes #1 and basically eclipses Katy Perry and to show that bitch, you done fucked with the wrong one. Like we need to do that. Like we need to make sure that Kesha has a big hit. I actually hope that it's a good song. Basically the snippet that I heard, I'm like, okay, it's cute. I like it. It's got that whole electro pop vibe to it. And so I'm really looking forward to hearing her new song. And wait, let me hold on. Let's see if there's any more pictures that we got. Look, oh, girl. I'm loving the whole you know, the whole promotion, even the whole Joyride Slurpee. So wait, let me I'm not gonna put that on in full because I don't want to get in trouble in regards of um the whole situation in regards of if we play the audio and stuff, we get in trouble. But I'm here for it. I'm here for these photos. Kesha looking good, like she working hard on that body. The blonde hair is blonding. But let's go back to let's go back to the other one because that's my picture right there. She giving Iggy Azalea tease with turning her head back and showing the cheeks. But anyway, so I'm here for it. I'm here for this era. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing what new music she has coming for that. Because I'm going to be honest, that last album, Kesha, that you came out with, I was not featuring it at all. It's, I know it's been a while. Like you've been trying to find your way through the whole Dr. Luke type situation, but now that you're independent, and I think she is independent. I think she's independent as an artist too. I don't think she's tied to a new label. After that whole thing she went through with that man, I could see like, okay, now I'm an independent woman. I could do things on my own terms. And I'm sure there's people that's clamoring to work with her. So she's about to give us our life. I need a song of the summer. And there's that. So let me know what you guys think of this story down below. Are y'all team Katy? Are you team Kesha? Let me know in the comments.